there, curious adventurers! Today we are making a splash and learning all about coral reefs. Let's dive in! Welcome back to the Critter Corner. I'm Hannah, your safari guide, and today's adventure is taking us underwater. Have you ever heard of a coral reef? These sunken communities are made up of many different plant and animal species and are one of the busiest habitats you'll find in our oceans. Today we are going to take a trip to the biggest coral reef system in the world, the Great Barrier Reef. This coral reef is so big that it can actually be seen from space. The Great Barrier Reef can be found off the northeast coast of Australia. It is composed of thousands of individual reefs and is the largest living structure on Earth. Have you ever wondered just how big the Great Barrier Reef is? Well, today we are diving deep to answer that question and uncover the incredible wonders of this natural marvel. Magical Shell, take us to the reef! Here we are in the Pacific Ocean, just off the coast of Australia. The Great Barrier Reef is made up of 2,500 individual reefs of varying sizes and shapes, and over 900 islands. This magnificent reef stretches over 1,400 miles, or 2,300 kilometers. We are in the southern part of the Great Barrier Reef, and one of the reef structures is just below us. But what exactly is a coral reef? We are going to have to dive in to find out. Let's go! In order to understand coral reefs, we first have to understand their foundation. To build these big, beautiful communities, first corals have to grow. These tiny animals are called coral polyps. Over time, they grow and attach to the sea rock below them. Coral can take thousands of years to form. In fact, the Great Barrier Reef is believed to be 20,000 years old. Wow! Changes in sea level and temperature determine where corals form and what they look like. These reefs are not just beautiful underwater worlds, they are also vital ecosystems. The Great Barrier Reef provides a safe haven for 400 types of coral, 1,500 species of fish, and 4,000 types of mollusks. Wow! 4 different types of endangered sea turtles can be found here too. They will spend their days cruising along the reef, looking for a snack, and taking a snooze. Many relationships on the reef are interconnected. We call this symbiosis. One example of this is the clownfish and the sea anemone. The anemone protects the clownfish with its stinging cells, and the clownfish provides the anemone with nutrients. Sharks are another popular reef resident. While sharks might seem scary, they're actually important parts of the reef's ecosystem. They help keep our oceans healthy by maintaining a safe prey population and cleaning up dead and decaying animals off the ocean floor. All the animals on a coral reef rely on balance that keeps things moving. Changes in global temperatures and sea level can affect coral reefs a lot. Corals are very sensitive to temperatures. Many require a perfect in-between of not too hot and not too cold. This is why we often find coral reefs in similar water temperatures and depths around the world. When some corals get too hot, the little animals in the coral can die or get sick. This can cause the corals to look bright white or bleached. The Great Barrier Reef has experienced major bleaching events when global temperatures skyrocketed. Coral reefs also face many issues that the rest of the ocean faces. Pollution can easily find its way into our ocean and hurt coral reef ecosystems. We have to make sure we are cleaning up after ourselves and recycling everything we can. Scientists are working tirelessly to protect the reef. They're using innovative methods, like coral nurseries like this one, to restore damaged areas and preserve the reef's biodiversity. By growing new coral polyps, scientists then transplant them onto reefs that need help. Artificial reefs are another way to help create new reefs. Man-made structures are put into place to allow new coral reefs to grow over time. Time to complete our dive. Let's get back to the Critter Corner. Nice to be back. Wasn't that amazing? Imagine a future where the Great Barrier Reef thrives with vibrant corals and bustling marine life. We have the power to make that future a reality by reducing our carbon footprint, supporting sustainable practices, and spreading awareness. We can all contribute to the protection of this incredible ecosystem. The Great Barrier Reef is a treasure worth preserving for the environment, wildlife, and future generations. Share this video with your friends and spread awareness about the reef. Together, we can all make a difference. I hope you enjoyed this incredible adventure. Don't forget to like and subscribe to join us for more here in the Critter Corner. See you later, adventurers! Hey there, adventurers, and welcome back to the Critter Corner. I'm Hannah, your safari guide, ready to embark on a magnificent journey across the oceans. Today we are diving into the world of humpback whales. We'll be answering the fascinating question, how far do these gentle giants migrate? Let's dive in. First, let's meet the incredible humpback whale. These amazing creatures belong to a group of whales called baleen whales, which means they have baleen plates in their mouth instead of teeth. Baleen whales are known for their massive size and their unique feeding techniques. You might be wondering, what's the difference between a baleen whale and a toothed whale? Toothed whales, like dolphins and killer whales, have teeth and use echolocation to find and capture their prey, while baleen whales, like the humpback whale, have baleen plates that look kind of like a big broom that filter tiny organisms from the water. Scientists believe that baleen whales eat far more than they previously thought. Scientists now believe that they eat anywhere from 20 to 30 million calories a day, or 10 to 20 tons of food. That would be like a human eating 60 to 70,000 shrimp cocktails in one day. That is a healthy appetite. Humpback whales are incredibly social animals. They live in groups called pods, which can consist of a few individuals or up to 20 individuals. These pods often include their mothers and their calves, who share a strong bond and migrate together. Yes, about migration. Migration is the movement from one place to another, usually for a short time or seasonally. Humpback whales are known for their incredible migration because they travel thousands of miles between their tropical winter breeding grounds and their Arctic summer feeding grounds. These migration journeys vary among the different populations of whales. During the summer months, the whales feast on small animals like krill along the icy coasts of the Arctic and Antarctic oceans. When winter approaches, they leave their feeding grounds behind for warmer water. Most migrate along coastlines, but some make tremendous journeys of thousands of miles across entire oceans. They all end up somewhere closer to the equator in warmer waters. This is where they reproduce and have their babies, which are called calves. These are some big babies though. One calf can weigh close to a ton and be 10 feet long. Both mom and baby will migrate again when winter is over to the Arctic waters to feed again. This journey comes with many dangers, but these gentle giants push against the challenges and accomplish the feat. One of these winter breeding grounds is the Great Barrier Reef off the coast of Australia. Coral reefs play an essential role in humpback whales' lives. These vibrant ecosystems provide food, shelter, and a place for the whales to rest and raise their young. Humpback whales are often spotted near coral reefs. Humpback whale ecotourism has sprouted up in various places around the world. Whale watching cruises or dives with the whales have become very popular. Ecotourism can be an effective conservation tool when done in a respectful way towards the animal. The migration journey isn't the only challenge that humpback whales face, though. They are affected by issues like entanglement in fishing gear and the impacts of climate change on their feeding grounds. Humpback whales are protected by the Marine Mammal Protection Act in the United States. Thanks to global conservation efforts and the Endangered Species Act, the current population has rebounded to nearly 80,000 individuals, up from as little as 10 to 15,000. Legal acts can be another powerful wildlife conservation tool.
Let's recap what we've learned. The humpback whale's scientific name is Megaterra novalangliae. Its status is least concern. The habitat is oceans all over the world. They eat fish, plankton, and krill, and their threats are entanglement and climate change.
Humpback whales are incredible species that make one of the biggest journeys of the entire animal kingdom. Let's celebrate them and work together to protect them. Thanks for joining me on this incredible marine adventure. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to learn more about animals here in the Critter Corner. See you later!
Welcome back to the Critter Corner. I'm Hannah, your safari guide, ready to take you on another fascinating underwater journey. Today, we're diving deep into the world of dolphins. To answer the question that has puzzled many, how do dolphins sleep? Let's uncover their secrets together. Did you know that there are around 40 different species of dolphins? They come in various shapes and sizes, from the well-known bottlenose dolphin to the sleek and acrobatic spinner dolphin. Each species has its own unique characteristics. Dolphins are found in marine habitats worldwide. They prefer temperate and tropical waters, but can also inhabit colder regions depending on the species. Dolphins are carnivores with a diverse diet, mostly consisting of fish, squid, and occasionally crustaceans like crab or lobster. The conservation status of dolphin species varies, but there are several dolphin species that are classified as endangered or critically endangered. These dolphins and all other dolphins face various threats, including habitat degradation, pollution, and entanglement in fishing gear. Now on to our curious question. How do dolphins sleep? Dolphins are conscious breathers, which means they have to actively think about breathing, unlike humans who breathe involuntarily. So that probably causes some problems as they're swimming around underwater. They have to continue to come to the surface to breathe. So how do they fit sleep in? Well, dolphins practice a form of sleep called unihemispheric slow-wave sleep, where only one hemisphere of their brain sleeps at a time. Whoa! This allows them to rest while also being alert enough to come up to the surface for air and watch for predators. Dolphins often sleep in a semi-conscious state near the water's surface. They can even sleep while floating motionless. Dolphins can also close one eye at a time, enabling them to shut one eye and rest the other, while still being able to look out. Since dolphins need to breathe consciously, they have adapted to rise to the surface periodically to take a breath. Even during sleep, they continue this behavior. This allows them to involuntarily come back up to the surface and take a breath. Dolphins are especially social animals and live in large groups called pods. They use this to their advantage when they sleep as well. They will take turns in shifts sleeping, allowing one part of the group to rest, while the other part continues to look out for danger and guide the group. The exact sleep patterns of dolphins can vary depending on species, region, and social structure. Some studies suggest that dolphins may engage in a more profound sleep during certain times, possibly in safer or quieter locations. Overall, dolphins have evolved remarkable adaptations to sleep in their marine environment. Their ability to rest while maintaining awareness highlights their impressive survival strategies in the wild. But sleep is isn't the only amazing adaptations dolphins use to survive. Hunting is another fascinating subject when it comes to dolphins. Dolphins are highly intelligent and skilled predators, using a variety of hunting techniques to catch their prey. Here are some examples of cool ways dolphins hunt. Dolphins often hunt cooperatively, working together in coordinated efforts to increase their hunting success. One common strategy is known as herding, where a group of dolphins surrounds a school of fish and pushes them towards shallow water or a concentrated area, making it easier for them to catch. Some dolphin species use a technique called bubble netting to corral and capture their fish. They blow a ring of bubbles underwater to create a net, trapping the fish inside. The dolphins then swim through the bubble net with their mouth open, scooping up the trapped fish. So smart! Some dolphins have even demonstrated tool use in their hunting. For example, some bottlenose dolphins have been observed using sponges as tools to protect their snouts while foraging for food in the seabed. This behavior is passed down from mother to calf. Dolphins also rely on echolocation, emitting high-frequency clicks and listening to the echoes to locate and track prey. This sophisticated sonar system allows them to navigate murky waters and pinpoint the exact location of prey. Dolphins certainly are the most clever hunters in the sea. Their intelligence, social connections, and adaptability contribute to their success as an apex predator. Coral reefs play an important part in dolphins' lives. These vibrant underwater ecosystems provide food, shelter, and a place for the dolphins to socialize and play. They help maintain prey populations and keep the ecosystem healthy. However, dolphins face hurdles too. Overfishing, where too many of one fish species are caught, can have a severe impact on dolphins, because fish is their primary food source. When fish populations decline, dolphins struggle to find enough food to survive. Overfishing impacts all kinds of ocean critters. When you're choosing which seafood to eat, find sustainable seafood choices. This means the seafood was fished in a way that didn't hurt the environment. Check labels at the supermarket, or ask your server at a restaurant to do your part in helping these curious and playful critters. Scientists who study dolphins, often called marine biologists, monitor their populations, educate communities about sustainable fishing practices, and promote the preservation of coral reefs. Remember, dolphins are incredible creatures. Let's be mindful of our impact on their homes and their food.
Let's review what we've learned. Dolphins are part of the Delphinidae family. Their status varies, but some are endangered. They live in marine habitats. They eat fish, squid, and crustaceans, and their threats are overfishing, pollution, and habitat degradation.
Thanks for joining me on another fascinating animal adventure. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the Kritter Corner to learn more. We'll see you next time.
Welcome back, young adventurers, to another thrilling episode of the Kritter Corner. I'm Hannah, your safari guide, and today we're embarking on another aquatic safari, exploring the depths of the ocean and the world of sea turtles. Sea turtles come in all shapes and sizes, from the massive leatherbacks to the tiny olive ridleys. In fact, there are 7 different species of sea turtles roaming our waters. Often popular in films and movies, sea turtles are a charismatic part of the ocean ecosystem that many people can recognize. But today we're diving deep into their mysteries and answering some of our most pressing questions about these laid-back wanderers. Our first question that has to be answered: how old are sea turtles? Made popular by a certain orange and white fish, this question has been puzzling our minds since 2003. So how long can a sea turtle live? Some species, like the loggerhead sea turtle, can live up to 50 to 70 years in the wild. The green sea turtle can live well over 80 years. It is tough to determine sea turtles' ages in the wild, so exact ages are hard to come by. But scientists do believe that some have lived well over 100 years. As sea turtles grow older, they become vital members of their ecosystem, playing roles in maintaining the balance of marine life. Their long lives are a testament to their adaptability and strength in the ever-changing ocean environment. So how do they help maintain balance? By eating. Sea turtles love to float along ocean currents and eat. Sea turtles are nature's cleanup crew, feasting on jellyfish, seaweed, crab, and even sponges. Their diverse diet keeps our oceans in balance. Where do these fascinating creatures call home? Well, sea turtles roam all 7 world oceans, from the tropical waters of the Caribbean to the icy currents of the Pacific. Each species roams in different areas, but all sea turtles have one thing in common. They hatch from a nest on a beach. So, let's break down the life cycle of a sea turtle. Adult female sea turtles come ashore, dig a nest in the sand using their rear flippers, and lay their eggs. The eggs are round and leathery, making them able to be buried in the sand. The incubation period for sea turtle eggs varies depending on the species, but it generally lasts around 50 to 60 days. During this time, the eggs are left buried in the warm sand, where they will develop and grow. Did you know that the temperature of the sand will determine if the babies are male or female? That's right, cooler sand produces more male offsprings, and warmer sand produces more females. Once the incubation period is over, the hatchlings inside the eggs use a specialized egg tooth to break open the shell. They then crawl out of the nest and make their way towards the ocean, guided by natural cues, such as the light of the moon reflecting on the waves. After entering the ocean, sea turtle hatchlings enter what is known as the pelagic, or open ocean stage. During this time, they are highly at risk of predators and threats. They spend a large amount of their time floating and swimming in the ocean currents, feeding on plankton and other small aquatic organisms. As the sea turtles grow, they transition into the juvenile stage. This is when they usually move from open ocean habitats to coastal areas, such as coral reefs, estuaries, and seagrass beds. Here, they continue to feed on a variety of marine life, including algae, crustaceans, and small fish. The subadult stage is a transitional phase between juveniles and adults. Sea turtles in this stage begin migrating longer distances and may move between different habitats as they search for food and suitable nesting sites. This stage can last several years depending on the species. Once sea turtles reach sexual maturity, they reach the adult stage. This stage is characterized by regular migrations between feeding and nesting areas. Female sea turtles return to the beaches where they were born to lay their eggs and start the life cycle all over again. Sea turtles have a reoccurring reproductive pattern, with females typically nesting every 2 to 4 years. They can lay multiple clutches of eggs during a nesting season, with each clutch containing anywhere from 50 to 200 eggs. Unfortunately, most sea turtles don't make it to adulthood, making it even more important to protect this species. Sea turtles face a variety of threats at all their life stages, including habitat destruction, pollution, climate change, and becoming bycatch in fishing gear. But fear not, young explorers, because heroes are working tirelessly to save them. Conservation programs around the globe are safeguarding sea turtle nesting sites, cleaning up beaches, and educating communities about the importance of marine conservation. When you are visiting the beach, make sure you are aware of any sea turtle nesting rules. And always take your trash with you or put it in the right places, especially things like fishing line and gear. Check the seafood you're eating. Becoming bycatch in fishing gear is one of the sea turtle's biggest threats. By reducing our seafood consumption and choosing sustainable seafood, we are helping sea turtles in a big way. Remember, every action counts, and we can all make a difference.
Let's recap the sea turtle.
They are part of the superfamily Helenodia. Different species are vulnerable and endangered. They live in all 7 oceans, and their diet consists of seaweed, jellyfish, crustaceans, and sponges. Their biggest threats are habitat destruction, pollution, and becoming bycatch.
That's a wrap on our turtly awesome sea turtle adventure here in the Critter Corner. But the journey doesn't end here. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to join us next time as we embark on another exciting safari through the animal kingdom. Bye for now, young explorers. Ahoy, fellow explorers! Welcome to another exciting episode of the Critter Corner. I'm Hannah, your safari guide, and today we're venturing into the depths to uncover the strengths and secrets of lobster. Lobsters are fascinating creatures, known for their impressive strength and unique characteristics. How strong are lobsters? Let's break it down and get to know lobsters a little bit better. Lobsters belong to a group of animals called crustaceans. Crustaceans are a diverse group of animals characterized by their hard exoskeleton, jointed limbs, and typically aquatic habitats, including familiar creatures like crabs, shrimp, and barnacles. Lobsters are carnivores, feasting on fish, crab, clam, and even other lobsters. Their powerful claws help them catch and crush their prey with ease. Now, let's talk habitat. Lobsters are bottom-dwelling crustaceans, preferring rocky or sandy seabeds where they can hide in crevices and burrows. They're masters of camouflage, blending in with their surroundings to evade predators. Did you know that lobsters can regenerate lost limbs, including their claws, making them resilient survivors in the wild? But what truly sets lobsters apart is their incredible strength. Their large front claws, called pincers or crusher claws, can exert tremendous force, capable of breaking through shells and even human skin. A lobster's claw is capable of exerting pressures of around 100 pounds per square inch, depending on the size and species of the lobster. Wow! In fact, lobsters are among the strongest animals relative to their body size. Their muscular bodies and powerful claws make them formidable predators and defenders in the underwater realm. Now let's talk about conservation. Lobsters face threats similar to other marine animals: habitat loss and pollution, but overfishing of lobsters is definitely their biggest threat. Lobster fishing is regulated in many areas to prevent overfishing and protect the health of lobster populations. Regulations often include size limits, which means there's a minimum and maximum size for legal harvest. Catch limit, which means there's a maximum number of lobsters that can be caught per day or season. And closed seasons to allow lobsters to reproduce undisturbed. Responsible fishing practices and marine protected areas help maintain healthy lobster populations and ocean ecosystems.
Let's review the lobster. They are part of the Nephropody family. They are least concerned, but some are endangered. They live in all 7 oceans. They eat fish, crab, clam, and sometimes other lobsters. And their biggest threats are habitat loss, pollution, and overfishing.
So next time you see a lobster, don't forget that incredible strength hidden behind those claws. Thanks for joining us on this colossally awesome animal adventure here in the Critter Corner. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you can learn more about your favorite animals. Until next time, keep exploring my amazing wildlife wanderers. Bye for now! Welcome back, adventurers, to another exciting episode of the Critter Corner. I'm Hannah, your safari guide, and today we're delving into the mysteries of the fascinating world of octopuses. Octopuses are truly remarkable creatures with 8 tentacles, 3 hearts, and brains that rival some of the smartest animals on the planet. But just how smart is an octopus? Let's break it down and learn more about these aquatic wonders. Octopus belong to a group of animals called cephalopods. Cephala means head, and pod means foot, meaning cephalopods are animals with big heads and feet. In the octopus's case, tentacles. Other cephalopods include cuttlefish and squid. Octopus are carnivores, munching on a menu that includes crab, shrimp, fish, and even other octopuses. Their taste buds and keen sense of smell help them locate prey in their diverse habitats. Speaking of habitats, octopuses can be found in oceans around the world. From shallow coastal waters to deep sea abysses, there are many species of octopus, and they can be found in all different habitats. Some species make home in rocky crevices, while others prefer sandy bottoms or coral reefs. Now let's talk about conservation. Octopuses face threats from overfishing, habitat destruction, and pollution. Similar to our other ocean friends, it is crucial to protect their marine home. These clever cephalopods can solve puzzles, use tools, and even play games. Their complex behaviors and ability to learn quickly have amazed scientists and animal lovers alike. Octopuses have a highly developed nervous system with a large brain relative to their body size. Their brains contain around 500 million neurons, comparable to some vertebrae. This neural density contributes to their intellectual abilities. The structure of the octopus's brain, with distinct lobes and specialized regions, supports their mental functions. They have well-developed visual processing areas and motor control centers, enabling clever behavior. Octopuses have impressive problem-solving skills, often figuring out how to open jars, navigate mazes, and manipulate objects to access food. They can also learn from observing and imitating other octopuses. Research suggests that octopuses have excellent memory capabilities. They can remember complex routes, recognize individuals, and recall past experiences to guide their behaviors. Octopuses are known for their tool use, such as using coconut shells for shelter or carrying objects for defense. This ability reflects their mental flexibility and adaptability in using resources. Octopuses are masters of camouflage, capable of changing their skin color, texture, and patterns to blend in seamlessly with their surroundings. They can also mimic other marine species, including toxic ones, for their protection. Studies suggest that octopuses engage in long-term planning, such as storing food in safe locations for future consumption. This ability implies a level of foresight and strategic thinking. Overall, octopus's intelligence is characterized by problem-solving abilities, memory retention, tool use, and adaptive behaviors. Their advanced mental skills challenge the traditional notions of invertebrate intelligence and highlights the diverse capabilities of marine life.
Let's review the octopus, or Octopoda order. They are least concern and live in all 7 oceans. They eat crab, shrimp, fish, and sometimes other octopuses. Their biggest threats are habitat loss, pollution, and overfishing.
So next time you encounter an octopus, remember that beneath all those tentacles is a world of curiosity, adaptability, and intelligence. Thanks for joining us on this deep sea adventure in the Kritter Corner. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more thrilling episodes exploring the wonders of the animal kingdom. And Until next time, keep exploring and appreciating the incredible creatures that share our home. Bye for now! Hey there, explorers! Welcome back to another thrilling episode of the Kritter Corner. I'm Hannah, your safari guide, and today we're diving into the world of reef sharks and answering the fascinating question, why are sharks gray? Reef sharks are incredible creatures known for their sleek bodies and sharp senses. But have you ever wondered why they're mostly gray? Let's find out. There are many species of reef sharks cruising around our oceans. From the Caribbean reef shark, to the white tip and black tip reef sharks, to the gray reef sharks, and a few lesser known like the Galapagos reef shark. So first, let's talk about their diet. Reef sharks are carnivores, which means they love to eat meat. And their menu includes fish, squid, octopus, and sometimes even crustaceans. With their keen senses, they can easily track down prey hiding in the coral reefs. Now onto their habitat. As the name suggests, reef sharks live around coral reefs. In warm tropical waters, these vibrant reefs provide plenty of food and hiding spots, making them the perfect home for these agile predators. Sharks play a crucial role in maintaining the health and balance of coral reef ecosystems. One way is by eating smaller fish that might otherwise eat too much algae-eating fish. Without sharks, the algae would grow too much and smother the coral, making it harder for the reef to stay healthy. They also eat weak and sick fish, which stops diseases from spreading and keeps the fish population balanced. This balance is super important because it helps the coral reef stay strong and beautiful. Now, let's talk about their coloration. Sharks are known for their cool gray color, but did you know that it helps them blend into their ocean environment, providing excellent camouflage? This natural disguise is called countershading. Countershading means the shark's back is darker and their belly is lighter. This coloration makes it hard for both prey and predators to spot them. From above, their gray blends with the darker ocean depths. And from below, their lighter bellies match the brighter surface waters. Besides their amazing camouflage, reef sharks have other cool features. Did you know that they have electroreceptors called ampullae of Lorenzelli? These special sensors help them detect the electrical signals produced by other animals, making them superb hunters. In fact, they can even tell the difference between a healthy fish and a sick fish just by using those senses. Reef sharks are also known to be curious and often swim in schools. It's not uncommon to see reef sharks patrolling the reef together, which is quite a sight. Did you know that reef sharks face many threats and are on the decline? There are several reasons behind this troubling trend. One of the biggest threats that they face is overfishing. Sharks are often caught intentionally for their fins, meat, and other products, and unintentionally as bycatch in fishing nets targeting other species. Shark fin soup is a traditional delicacy in some cultures, but the demand for shark fins has led to a practice called finning. This cruel practice involves catching sharks, cutting off their fins, and often discarding the rest of the shark back into the ocean where they cannot survive. Fortunately, many organizations and governments around the world are stepping up to protect sharks from this terrible fate. One of the most impactful measures is the implementation of shark fin bans. Countries like the United States, Canada, and several others have enacted laws prohibiting the possession, sale, and trade of shark fins. These bans help reduce the market demand and discourage the finning practice. Conservation groups are also working tirelessly to raise awareness about the issue. Campaigns and educational programs provide information about the importance of sharks in the marine ecosystem and the cruelty of finning. Additionally, marine protected areas, or MPAs, are being established in many parts of the world. These are regions where fishing is restricted or entirely prohibited, providing a safe haven for sharks to thrive without the threat of being caught. These efforts are making a real difference, but there's still much work to be done. By supporting shark conservation organizations, spreading awareness, and choosing to avoid shark fin products, we can all play a part in protecting these incredible creatures.
Let's review the reef shark. Both belong to the Carcharodontis genus. Most are also vulnerable. They live in coral reefs. They eat fish, squid, and octopus, and their biggest threats are overfishing and shark finning.
So, next time you see a gray shark gliding through the water, remember that their coloration is an amazing adaptation that has helped them survive for millions of years. They truly are one of the most fascinating ocean critters. Thanks for joining us on this underwater adventure in the Kritter Corner. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you can go on more fun adventures around the world as we discover the animal kingdom. We'll see you later! Hey there, explorers! Welcome back to the Kritter Corner, your go-to safari for kids. Today, we're taking a closer look at one of the most recognized fish in the ocean, the clownfish. And we'll be answering the fascinating question, why do clownfish have stripes? Clownfish are famous for their bright colors and distinctive white stripes. But what's the reason behind these eye-catching patterns? Let's dive in and find out! First, let's talk about their diet. Clownfish are omnivores, meaning they eat both plants and animals. Their diet includes algae, plankton, small invertebrate, and occasionally leftover food from their sea anemone hosts. Speaking of the sea anemone, let's talk about their habitat. Clownfish live in the warm, shallow waters of the Indian and Pacific Oceans, including the Great Barrier Reef. They make their homes in sea anemones and have a special relationship called symbiosis with the sea anemones. Symbiosis is a special kind of relationship where two different species live closely together and benefit from each other. And the clownfish and the sea anemone are perfect examples of this incredible teamwork. Clownfish make their homes in the stinging tentacles of the sea anemone. But don't worry, these little fish aren't harmed. In fact, they're immune to the anemone's sting. The mucus on the clownfish's skin protects them from getting hurt. So how does this partnership work? Well, the sea anemone provides the clownfish with a safe haven from predators. The stinging tentacles deter larger fish that might want to snack on our colorful friend. In return, the clownfish offers several benefits to the anemone. First, they help keep the anemone clean by eating debris and parasites that might settle on it. Secondly, clownfish are messy eaters, and their leftovers provide nutrients for the anemone, helping it grow and stay healthy. And there's even more. The clownfish's movement through the anemone's tentacles improves water circulation, which helps the anemone get more oxygen and nutrients from the water. This amazing relationship is a win-win for both species. The clownfish gets protection and a home, while the sea anemone gets food, cleaning, and better water flow. It's teamwork at its finest. This brings us to conservation. While clownfish are currently not endangered, their habitats are. Protecting coral reefs helps protect anemones, clownfish, and so many other amazing species. Coral reefs are under threat from climate change, pollution, and coral reef destruction. Protecting coral reefs is crucial to ensure the survival of the clownfish and countless other marine species. Establishing and effectively managing marine protected areas is a crucial strategy for coral reef conservation. MPAs provide areas where fishing and other human activities are regulated or prohibited, allowing coral reefs to recover from stressors and disturbances. Involving local communities, stakeholders, and tourists in coral reef conservation efforts is also vital. Community-based initiatives, education programs, and awareness campaigns raise public understanding of the importance of coral reefs. But what about those famous stripes? Clownfish have 3 white stripes that help them in several ways. First, the stripes make it easier for clownfish to recognize each other, which is important for their social interactions and maintaining their group. Secondly, the stripes play a role in their symbiotic relationship with the sea anemone. These bright colors and patterns help clownfish stand out to the anemones, and the stripes can help confuse predators. When clownfish dart among the tentacles of anemones, the contrasting stripes can create a flickering effect to make it harder for predators to focus on them. Yet another amazing tool to help them thrive.
Let's review the clownfish. There are over 30 species of clownfish, with most belonging to the genus Amphiprion and 1 in the genus Privanus. Most species are of least concern, and most live in anemones on coral reefs. They eat algae, plankton, and invertebrates, and their biggest threats are climate change, pollution, and habitat destruction.
So next time you see a clownfish, don't forget those cheeky stripes are more than just a pattern. They're a key part of the clownfish's survival strategy. Thank you for joining us on this colorful adventure in the Kritter Corner. Until next time, keep exploring. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the Kritter Corner to discover more amazing things in the animal kingdom. Bye for now!